Have you ever noticed the leaders who don't want the job are often the ones we end up trusting the most? Something really historic is happening right now. At the Vatican, with the passing of Pope Francis, the cardinals have gathered for a conclave, a secret meeting where they literally lock the doors until they agree on a new pope. The word conclave actually means with a key. Isn't it amazing? No press, no tweets, no politics, just human beings in a room trying to listen for something bigger than themselves. I just watched the movie Conclave with Ralph Fiennes, and let me tell you, it hit differently. You could see it in the characters. Some cardinals were calm, thoughtful, wise. Others, they were ambitious, competitive. A few were, well, let's say they just seemed a little too eager for the power. And it made me sit back and think, are the best leaders the ones who chase power, or the ones who have power chase them? Let's talk about reluctant leaders. These are the people who didn't dream about standing at the front. They didn't polish their resumes or plan out some 10-step ladder to the top. They just lived with courage, honesty, and humility. And when the world needed them, they showed up. History is full of these reluctant leaders. And honestly, when I started looking at their stories, it gave me the chills. George Washington is one. Did you know he begged to retire after the American Revolution? He wanted to go back to farming at Mount Vernon. But the people practically dragged him into being the first U.S. president. And when his time was done, he stepped down peacefully, when he could have become a king. How about Mahatma Gandhi? He didn't hunger for control. He led India to freedom through nonviolence, risking everything, including his life, without ever trying to grab power for himself. Nelson Mandela, he spent 27 years in prison, and when he finally got out, instead of calling for revenge, he chose forgiveness. He built unity, not because he had to, but because he believed it was the only way forward. And Yvon Chouinard, the founder of Patagonia, he built an insanely successful company. Then he gave it away to fight climate change. He didn't want to be a business mogul. He just wanted to protect the planet he loved. And Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher forced to become a Roman emperor, who wrote journals to remind himself not to be corrupted by power. You see the pattern, right? They didn't chase leadership. Leadership chased them. And maybe that's the kind of leadership we need more of today. Because if we're honest, too often we pick leaders based on charisma, the loudest voice in the room, the biggest promises, the flashiest marketing. But charisma without character is like a firework. It's loud and colorful for a moment, and then it disappears into smoke. Reluctant leaders, though, they burn like a steady fire. Quiet, constant, strong. They don't lead because they want the perks. They lead because they feel the responsibility. I want to share something a little personal here. When I first got asked to lead a team a few years ago, my first instinct was to say, no way. I thought, who am I to lead anyone? I didn't have a fancy title. I wasn't the loudest or the smartest person in the room. But someone saw something in me. They said, you don't need to be the loudest. You just need to care the most. That moment changed my life because leadership isn't about control. It's about service. It's about stepping up even when you're scared. It's about doing the right thing, not because you want credit, but because you can't imagine doing anything else. And guess what? It was scary. It was hard. There were days I doubted myself completely. But that journey shaped me into the person I am today. It taught me that real leadership isn't a spotlight, it's a mirror. It shows who you really are. So what does this mean for us right now? Maybe you're sitting there thinking, leadership? That's not for me. Maybe you're the quiet one, the helper, the person who sees what's wrong, but never wants to be the boss. Good. That means you might be the exact leader that we need. Because if the world is going to change, it won't be because of a few loud voices that tell everyone what to do. It'll be because millions of reluctant leaders decided to show up in small ways, in big ways, in moments that matter. You don't need a title to lead. You just need a heart that's willing. And maybe you're wondering, how do I start? Here's a few thoughts. Listen first. The best leaders are the best listeners. Serve without keeping score. Do good without expecting anything back. Speak up when it's hard. Have courage because it's contagious. Stay humble. Leadership isn't about being above people. It's about being with them. Now, before we wrap up, if this message has resonated with you at all, do me a favor and just drop a simple yes in the comments below. It means the world to us. It lets us know that you're part of this quiet revolution of real leadership. Also, if you're ready to build your voice and share your leadership story, there's an amazing tool that's helped so many. It's called Dub. You can get a free trial at dub.com. It's all about helping real people connect authentically through video, storytelling, and service. Not salesy, not cheesy, just human. And if you want even deeper coaching and community, we also offer Dub Pro Plus. It's a special program where we meet every week in Zoom for coaching, community, and real conversations about growth. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. If you got value in today's video, hit that like button, leave a comment with a yes. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you at the next one.